Hey, soldiers, I've been telling you for a long, long time now, what is happening, not going to happen, but currently happening, is going to change your life here in America and around the world. Your standard of living is about to be impacted severely because we now have Saudi Arabia on record saying that, hey, we are open to settling trade in other currencies. Now, it's not only what they said, but where they said it. Their finance minister, a gentleman by the name of Mohammed Al-Jadaan, has said this, and we will elaborate. We will hear from Mr. Al-Jadaan himself. He said it at the Davos, Switzerland meeting of the World Economic Forum. And as you know, this is where policy, global policy, financial and otherwise, is created. Okay? So he's not pulling any punches. We're going to hear from him. What we're seeing is the world saying we're going to diversify away from the dollar. When that happens, our entitlement programs such as Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, they're going to take a hit. We're going to have to contract in terms of all this military engagement, which is not a bad thing, right? We are an empire. When you look around the world at where the United States military is based, okay, we're far flung in that respect. Ramstein Air Base over in Germany might as well be an American city. Saudi Arabia is open to discussions about trade in currencies other than the US dollar. This is according to the kingdom's finance minister. There are no issues with discussing how we settle our trade arrangements, whether it is in US dollars, whether it is the euro, whether it is the Saudi rial. Mohammed Al-Jadaan told Bloomberg TV on Tuesday in an interview at Davos. All right, so let's give him a chance to say these things in his own words. I want you to hear this because, listen, this guy is not going up there speaking extemporaneously off the cuff. He's not ad-libbing. In fact, you'll see a couple of times he's going to look down. I think he's looking at it like a prepared statement to make sure he says exactly what the Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, and others have crafted as the message that they want to convey to the world about this issue.
Let's just pivot quickly back to China because Xi visited Saudi Arabia. Red carpet was rolled out. Was there a discussion around paying for oil in yuan? Fill or kill on this rumor?
Okay. Two things. One is we enjoy a very strategic relationship with China, and we enjoy that same strategic relationship with other nations, including the US, and we wanted to develop that with Europe and other countries who are willing and able to work with us to advance the public good.
Okay, notice he did not say no. There was no such discussion. You know, I always tell young men, if you're getting engaged to a young lady and you ask her for her hand in marriage, any answer other than yes is no. I think I can offer the same advice here to the United States government with regard to what he just said. Any answer other than no is yes. We will be diversifying our the way we exchange oil for currency, money.
The world.
Yes.
I think with regard to China, they are the largest trading partner with Saudi Arabia. I think there are no issues with discussing how we settle our trade arrangements, whether it is the US dollar, whether it is the euro, whether it is the Saudi Riyal or their currency.
There was no discussion on that at all.
I don't think we are waving away or ruling out any discussion that will help improve the trade around the world.
Okay, he's saying, look, China's the largest trading partner with us, okay? And we don't have any qualms about discussing how we execute these trades. And he rattled off a variety of currencies that could be done. He didn't specifically mention the yuan, but hey, if you're dealing with China, then, you know, that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Let's close with this. Saudi first, it's made very clear by His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman in his rhetoric. Saudi first, does that push you more towards China for your financial ties and relationships than it does to the US? Is a pivot in the making, and will it evolve more quickly than we think?
I don't think so at all. Actually, we are working with both. We have a lot of interest in our relationship with the US. Our real is pegged to the US dollar. A lot of our economy is traded through US dollar with international partners. But we also look for China and advancing the relationship with China. We trade with them significantly. They are the largest trade partner with us. So we wanted to make sure that we bridge this global divide and provide ways to ensure that this fragmentation is contained and cooperation and collaboration is improved.
In short, we're not ruling out anything, is what he's saying. And remember, this is Saudi Arabia. Let me tell you why this is significant, because the whole reason why we have the petrodollar is because of Saudi Arabia and the fact that a long time ago, we made the deal to execute oil trades globally in dollars. We made that deal with them in exchange for providing them with a defense. Okay? You provide the energy, we'll provide the defense. All right. And now they're saying, do we really need the defense as much? And we being Saudi Arabia, are spending money on defense. Maybe we can, take care of this on our own and diversify away from the dollar at the same time. Now, I think it's very interesting that this commenter, emphasized Saudi Arabia's approach, which they call Saudi first. I have said on this channel for a long time, the United States has a problem, because anytime you have a president who advocates a America first policy, and you actually have Americans who are deriding that president because of that, you have a problem. You hear Saudi Arabia saying Saudi first. And you know what? If I was a Saudi citizen, that's exactly what I would want them to say. You hear France, Macron, talking about France first, even though he doesn't always act like it, right? Why would I want the leadership, the political leadership of my country, or the corporate leadership of the country, to advocate policies that do not put my country first, right? When I was in the fire department, they would say, look out for number one. Because if you don't look out for number one, you can't possibly look out for anyone else, right? All right, so you've got, the East African nation of Djibouti. Djibouti first, okay? Saudi Arabia first. You know damn well China's philosophy is China first. India first, but we can't advocate that same type of principle for us. So you heard the finance minister say, we are going to do what is in the best interest of Saudi Arabia, and no matter who we have to work with, in order to have that happen. There will be no more exclusivity going forward. This has economic ramifications for this country like you wouldn't believe. Here, I'll throw up the national debt. We are increasing the debt ceiling. We had just came off of spending well over $1 trillion in the most recent omnibus bill. We are out of control, and the world knows it. To boot, these countries are purchasing more gold. Now, gold is money. Okay, gold's not currency. Gold is money. And they're purchasing more of that. We're seeing a migration away from the dollar. People, it's happening now. What do you need to do? Well, you need to purchase assets. And you need to purchase real assets. Now, I'm going to go on an attack with regard to crypto. Crypto is not backed by anything. It's just like the dollar in terms of it, there's a lot of faith in it. But even the dollar is backed by the IRS being able to kick in your door and enforce tax policy. No, I'm not an advocate of that, but that is the reality. So when we're talking about assets, you need to concentrate on doing your due diligence to acquire assets that are backed by some sort of tangible thing. Be it, 3M, for I always use them. 3M makes 5,000 actual products you can put your hands on, okay? Lots of stuff in the medical field even. Real estate, it's tangible. It's land, right? Okay, you can put your hands on it. You can grow something on it. You can rent it out. There are lots of ways to make money. These assets that you acquire need to do two things for you. Well, three really. They need to appreciate in value. They're not making any more land, okay? And land has use cases. They need to provide income. Okay, you can buy stock again, 3M, JP Morgan. I'm not suggesting you buy these stocks. I'm just naming them because in addition to the prospect of them potentially appreciating over time, they also have they pay a dividend, which is income. Okay, this is what you need to do. You need to research assets that are going to appreciate and provide you with an income. And yes, you do also need to look at gold, because although gold is not going to provide you with an income, gold will maintain its value. That's why, you definitely don't want a huge allocation of gold in your portfolio, because it is not appreciating in the same way that a stock would. Okay, or maybe even a piece of real estate would, depending on that real estate's use case. But you do want some stability in terms of inflation, and gold has traditionally provided that. Silver has a ton of use cases. We couldn't have this conversation electronically as we're doing now without silver. Okay, so that's what's going on. People, get out there, acquire assets. Now you might say, well, look, Tyrone, things are tight right now. How am I supposed to be able to acquire assets when, money's tight? Well, look, you need multiple streams of income. Take a look at this video. We provide you with some information about some income streams that you may want to take advantage of. In fact, there's one on there, you'll see it in the report, where I tell you, listen, if you want more information about it, contact us. We'll be more than happy to provide you with that. All right, guys? So, as I always say, I'll talk to you soon.